Hey everyone, this is Minion from Minion's Army, and today's video is all about taking down internet bases that we see frequently in Clash of Clans. This current base here is run by Drastic Mikey. He's been running it for over a month now. Echo has deemed it unbeatable, so it's only a matter of time before enough people build it and figure out how to crack that code. We didn't take that base on in our war. These replays are coming to you from the Taxman Dead Parrots war, where we won 79 to 75. And super big shout out to Drastic Mikey for letting me into the Taxman to take a look at these bases and to recap this. I want to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel, and I would encourage you to check out Drastic Mikey's channel. He's up to 977 subs, and let's push him over 1,000 if we can. I'm super excited to do a shout out for the No Dip League, which is starting June 13th, and take a look at this super awesome, slick, sick content creator badge that Box has done for me. I'm very excited to share it with you. But the replays that we're going to show in this video are going to be, there's going to be 4 Town Hall 12 hits and a couple of the PekkaBoBats. The next one, I'm going to call it an EdragLo hit because it's very heavy on the loons. And on the 4th Town Hall 12 hit, it's going to be another PekkaBoBat. And then we have 2 Town Hall 11 hits. The first comes to us from Cam, and I'm going to call it a Lalo, although he has an interesting adaptation with the clone spell. And then Badd Speler comes in with the PekkaBoBat. And then we have 2 Town Hall 10 hits that are hog hits. One of them is a mass hog, since it has 36 hogs in it. And the other one is a GoBoHo. So let's get started after the video intro. Okay, now let's take a look at Onslaught's base. This is a base that we really have seen this quite a bit, and I could probably link up the other videos that I show where we beat it. It seems to me like it's what they used to call a ladder base. It was a Town Hall 11 base originally, and it's been modified, it looks like, over time. I originally saw this probably at least 2 years ago, and it's pretty common to have the Tesla farm up in the north. So Metal Fingers is coming in from the 9 o'clock side to pinch out that corner, and then he used Heavy Bowlers and Rage to take out the Tesla farm, and now he is pushing in from between 10 and 11 o'clock. So he has the Bowlers, the Valks, the Healers, the Royals, all coming in behind of the Wall Wrecker. The multi-set Infernos allow that Wall Wrecker to get pushed pretty deep, and he's able to continue on with his main push and take down the Town Hall. And he's going to use a Bat Bomb in the south, not a Bat Bomb, I'm sorry, a Bat Wave in the south to push north, and it takes out all those defenses and the Eagle, and it's continuing on around the base. So these open channels, or these long channels that form the ladder, allow your troops to work pretty easily from east to west or from west to east, and that's something that you'll want to utilize in taking down this base. Now, why people run this base? I mean, you see Metal Fingers do this, and you're like, why would anyone ever run this base? Well, I went to visit the Taxman, and I want to show you how Onslaught's base has been doing. He has been running this base in war, in the CWL, and in 2 separate wars, he was 0-starred. So to use an internet base is not necessarily a bad thing. It all depends on who your enemy is, and against us, probably shouldn't do that. But against other teams, it seems to work fine. So I don't want to throw too much shade on the Taxman because those bases have been holding. Alright, let's take a look at Lifesurfers. He is also doing a PekkaBoBat. He used 2 baby dragons to set the funnel, and baby dragons, they're a wonderful way to get great value in building the funnel. You don't necessarily always have to use an E-Drag, especially when you have camps that you're using to funnel with. The camp box is smaller, it's very difficult to chain the E-Drag off, and I want to give a shout out to Eric from One Hive because he does an excellent video on how to chain a dragon. We use his information all the time to set and plan and prepare for our attacks. So I probably will go ahead and link to Eric's channel so you can take a look at his video on how to train a dragon. All right, back to this one. So the hound was unfortunately popped, and the pups are after the bats, but the bats are continuing to work counterclockwise. They get taken out, but the troops are so strong that that they're pushing on. So, as you notice on the, we'll call it the southwest side of the base, he's got a wizard down for cleanup. The bats were able to take out all those defenses, so he's got pretty cheap cleanup over there, and good job taking out and those cleanup troops down early, which is very helpful to help clear a base. Because if anything, the PekkaBoBat, the Pekkas are pretty slow. So a base that's spread out like this, you're going to want to get your cleanup down early so that you can clear the base in the time allowed. He still has his queen ability, and he's working his way around. The healers are still up healing, which is fabulous and helps. That's what makes this attack work so well, is keeping those healers up. So King is pressing in with some Pekka, and Queen is working on breaking through the wall as well. So we have 2 bowlers up, a Pekka, the King, and the Queen. And the Queen is going to nab the Inferno. And in all honesty, we're pretty much in cleanup mode at this time because of the healers. You know, if the healers weren't there, then that would be a problem. But she's going to keep everything alive and well. Alright, so in this video, you've just seen 2 Town Hall 12 hits. The next, and I have 2 more Town Hall 12 hits, and these are bases that you see often. And then there's going to be, remember, there's going to be 2 Town Hall 11 hits, and then 4 Town Hall 12s. So on to base number 3, and I'm going to speed them up. This is a really long video, I know. So I'm speeding up these replays, and I'm going to start cutting the cleanup for everyone. Alright, we've got the E-Drag at about 8 o'clock, clearing and setting the funnel there. We've got the Royals down in the south, and he is pressing in. Look at this, the amount of looms that he's using to press in. So this is a critical adaptation, we'll call it, to this particular army composition. Typically when you do an E-Drag attack, you have many more E-Drags. So he is pressing forth. He has a lot of freeze and a lot of rage. So, and the reason he's using that freeze is, if you notice, you can see he's fighting that sweeper, and that's really one of the big deaths of the E-Drag, is the sweeper. It's almost like they set to hit and they set their chain, and they get blown back by the sweeper, and it messes everything up, only because the E-Drags are so slow. So here he goes, he's continuing on, still has his queen up, and you can notice she still has her ability. So excellent placing of that rage to take out the eagle and the inferno. And what is left is not really a whole lot. So I'm going to push this off into 2-time. I may even push this off into 4-time. Nah, I just skipped the cleanup. You guys know that that's a triple. All right, this base, we see this a lot. I'm not really sure what it's called. It's probably the precursor to what became the 4-square base, but it's definitely worth seeing. If you guys know the name of this base, if it's like the figure 8 or the infinity or something like that, just leave a comment in the YouTube comment section for me, because I do not know all the names of these bases. So excellent value for the 2 E-Drags to set that funnel. If you notice, King G is really an ace at funneling, and he's great at these bases that are set up to be difficult to funnel. Everything's in behind the wall wrecker, taking on the queen, and it looks like he has a double drag enemy clan castle, which was a little bit problematic because it's split, but in the end it's going to be fine. Queen's going to take that dragon down, and everything is all healed up. So we have what is starting now in the south. I'm sorry about the zooming, but we have a bat wave coming in from the south, and it's going to work itself around the base clockwise. And with that bat wave, he's able to time his spells really well. So those bats are all on top of that wizard tower, takes down the wizard tower, and now it's going to continue on around. Hopefully, if you notice, inside the core there is an ice golem, and the plan was for that ice golem to come out and to freeze the wizard tower. In the end, it just acted like a distraction, and it didn't die, so it didn't freeze. So, but it's okay, because look at this. The space is cleared, and it is excellent work. So here we go around the base. The next base that we're going to take a look at is going to be a Town Hall 11 base. It's your typical 4-square base, but it's been modified. And I should say that Cam here has an absolute pro move that I want to share with you. Cam fights for one hive with his other accounts, and he has a developing account within Parrots. So let's take a look here. So he has the Edrag creating the funnel at 10 o'clock. He has a baby dragon working on the funnel over at about 2:30, and he's pushing in with the wall wrecker, the queen, and the warden, a few extra wizards coming in. I'm going to take care of those 2 expos. Now, take a close look. It's hard to see, but when his wall wrecker busts, he's going to put down the rage and a clone. So he's cloning up his wall wrecker troops, also putting poison down on the enemy clan castle troops and the queen. And take a look at the damage that those cloned bowlers do. I mean, they really, the reach that they have and the damage that they do, they take down the eagle, and it really gives a very heavy push to the kill squad to take care of the queen, the eagle, and also the clan castle troops. Now he's finishing this base off with the Lalo. He's using 3 hounds, so he had 2 hounds come in, and now his 3rd hound was coming across. Since the AD went down, that hound is going to continue to tank, and it will move from defense to defense. So he lost a few of his pups from one of the hounds to the tornado trap, and he already has his minions down over in the west to help with the cleanup, and some goblins also to help with the cleanup. And that's the real fear with your 4-square base, is once you know how to take them down, the problem becomes a timing issue, and how quickly you can get this base to clear. So use the heal perfectly to come into that multi-inferno. He could use that hound to make pups for cleanup, but it doesn't matter in the end because he's got this one. Alright, here comes MacIntosh in with a 4-square base, and this one started off with dual giants followed by bowlers to help set the funnel. And a little bit of self-disclosure here, MacIntosh is actually me, so I can tell you what I had planned and what did not go according to plan. So what I wanted to have happen is I wanted the king and the queen to funnel in. The bowlers did not take down the wizard towers, which caused my heroes, my royals, to walk. So I had to go to plan B, which is, oh no, there's a dragon in the clan castle, and my queen is not behind the wall wrecker, and I knew inside the wall wrecker I had Valks, so that's not going to take a dragon down. So I went ahead and double poisoned. I burned both poisons on the dragon because I knew that I didn't have anything that was going to seek air troops in that wall wrecker. And I've started off with 1 wave of hogs that went ahead and were going to circle around the base was my fear, so I started the 2nd wave next. And I continue to heal as we work around. So basically I've used a heal for the first push, 1 heal for the wizard tower and all of those damage. You've got the cannons, the Teslas, an expo, and another wizard tower. I use the next heal for the next wizard tower, which is the splash damage, and the bomb tower, because wizard towers and bomb towers are very deadly. And then this is a fresh hit, so I was worried about that empty area right there before the inferno, so I went ahead and froze. You know, anytime you have openings and you're using hogs, there's always the worry about a super bomb. You know, 2 giant bombs followed by a couple of those little bombs to take out your whole army. So that was my worry. Alright, so this is me again. Now, this is how I adapted the army. I typically have been rolling with 40 hogs and 10 wizards and trying to keep the funnel light. This time, I noticed that I was coming into all of that defense. That quadrant there in the west is full of heavy-hitting defense, so I went shattered with golems, and I went with bowlers in the wall wrecker. Because the queen was tucked in a little deeper behind all those defenses, and I knew if I could get this section down, it was going to be smooth sailing. Poison down on the queen and the loon. I'm going to try and save the extra poison for either when the hound pops or if I come into a bunch of skeletons. So in this case, the outside Tesla that was there right now at 8 o'clock where the hogs are coming in threw off my timing and caused my my golem to go down early and my bowlers to be less effective, which resulted in my heroes walking again. So I'm going to be working on funneling and punish myself for days for having 2 attacks that I did not have proper funneling. But once again, I'm healing up for the open spot and for the wizard tower. And I'm going to proceed across this base. This also was a fresh hit, so I did not know where the giant bombs were. And anytime you see Teslas pop on the outside of the building, I go ahead and assume that there's going to be giant bombs between them, because most people, you know, either you've already pre-planned where you're going to put your heal spells down, or you know, sometimes the Tesla popping on the outside of the walls, you know, you've already burned your heals. I went ahead and did that, even though I had pre-planned to have it down by the wizard tower in the inferno. I thought it best to be as healed up as much as possible there by the Teslas. So thanks everybody for watching, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Take care. Bye-bye.